Hi, my name is Boris, and in today's video I'm about to show you my top 10 VSTs based on classic vintage synthesizers. We're going to go over VSTs which correspond to famous devices, for example by Roland, Moog, Korg or Yamaha. Let's give these sounds a quick listen. Before we get into the video, if you like what we are doing on this channel, consider subscribing. You get a lot more content about free sounds coming up. And to download these plugins, just head over to the link in the description, which will take you to a full list with download links. We've picked just the VSTs that are available for both Windows and Mac in a 64-bit format. Okay, so let's get started. The first plugin is going to be the emulation of an iconic synth called Oberheim OB-X, and the emulation is called OB-XD. And most likely, at least in my opinion, this is the best free vintage synth emulator. It is really well designed, from the very detailed, ultra realistic fat sound up to the very cool visual details, and we've even got some preset menu over here that is improved. It comes also with a huge selection of built-in presets, so it's an absolute must-have. And let's play a quick clip of what this sounds like. Okay, so the second plugin is going to be the Tyrell N6, and this is a Roland-inspired synth from the makers of Diva. In design and in the sound itself, it sort of resembles the Roland Jupiter 8. And I know this is not an exact emulation, this is a completely separate synth, but with a lot of the functionalities that are available here, this can be an awesome alternative to a full Jupiter 8. It sounds incredibly realistic. This is definitely the plugin to get if you want these super cool analog tones for absolutely free. So let's give this synth a very quick listen. Okay, so plugin number 3 is going to be the Tal Noisemaker 5. This is also a Roland-inspired synth, and it actually can be more compared to, let's say, the Juno 60. As you can see, it is actually quite similar to the design of the Juno, with these different colored segments. And this plugin just sounds great. It offers everything from huge bass sounds to soothing analog pads, and it also includes the classic signature Juno 2-mode chorus for the maximum lash effect. So let's just give that a quick listen. We've got an analog pad loaded up here. Okay, so plugin number 4 is going to be an emulation of the Roland JX8P synth, and the emulation is called PG8X. So the original synth JX8P was released in 1985, and it offered really the best of both worlds at that time. It offered bright, metallic, FM style sounds and classic analog tones, and this is where this synth really stands out, because it basically can do everything that we connect with the 80s. This is probably one of the coolest free synths of all, and it's just perfect for anything you want to sound like the 80s. So let's give that a quick listen. We have some polysynth patch loaded up here. We are playing an ARP pattern. Let's go to plugin number 5, and this one is going to be an emulation of the Korg Monopoly, and it's called Monofury. So the Monopoly was released in 1981. It's basically a sister of the Poly 6, and it was an amazing sounding, very flexible analog synth. Not only does this one give you the incredible super fat mono bass sound, but it also nicely reproduces the polyphonic mode so that you can play chord patterns as well. And it's just an amazing emulator, even if at first sight it might look a bit more lo-fi. Let's give that a listen. We are going to play a bit of a bass sound.
Hi, this video is sponsored by us. If you like these tutorials and want to support the channel, check out our website packed with online courses and professional sound packs. If you want to cut years of your learning curve, check the PML Beginner to Advanced Music Production program for Ableton Live. You will know Ableton inside out and learn how to write, produce, mix and master complete tracks. You learn step by step at your own speed, from an empty file to professional production, as if we're sitting side by side in the studio. Thank you for listening, and now let's get back to your tutorial.
Let's go to plugin number 6, and this is going to be an emulation of a little bit less known Korg synthesizer called the DW8000, and this is basically a hybrid synth. So both digital and analog modules are here in place. The original synth was released in 1985, and it gave you 16 different digital oscillators in combination with analog filters. So the result was super rich timbres with the warm feel of analog filtering. So we've got a plug sort of sound. It sounds a bit plasticky, but at the same time very retro and warm at the same time. We've got a great digital delay after this sound. Let's just give this a quick listen. Okay, so let's proceed on to the 7th plugin, and we're starting the Moog emulations here. And the first one is going to be the emulation of the most famous Moog synthesizer, the Minimoog. This synth is developed by Steinberg and it's called Model E. It's quite an old VST, but it's still perfectly usable. The free emulator gives you even more than the original hardware, actually. It features up to 64 voices of polyphony, so we can crank it all the way to 64. This synth sounds absolutely amazing. It gives you very fat tones. We have just a cutoff parameter automated here, and let's just play a quick bass sound. Okay, so let's go to plugin number 8, and this is also an emulation of a Moog, but a quite little known Moog synth called the Concert-Made MG1. The modern emulation is called Surrealistic MG1 Plus. It's incredibly accurate and it's super fat. It's basically a mono synth, but it also has a polyphonic oscillator section here. Even though this is a very old synth and quite a rare one, it feels really great to use this modern recreation. I'm going to play some chords in the bass registers here, and I'm automating the cutoff here. Let's go to synth number 9, and this is going to be the emulation of a Yamaha DX7 called Dexed. It offers everything the original did, plus a very open control panel, because it was quite hard to program sounds on the DX7, and here you are open to customize every patch, even though it might also not be the easiest thing if you're used to just dealing with subtractive synths. And also here in this tab it offers you very quick access to countless presets basically. and you can easily import original SysX patches from the hardware synths, of course. So let's play the most iconic preset from this synthesizer, the ePiano 1, and everyone basically recognizes this patch. And the 10th emulation is going to be of the Kawai K1. The plugin is called Nils Kawai K1v, and this is a Rompler from 1988. It's similar in design to the Roland D50, features all of its extra cartridge patches, as well as its amazing 4-way joystick over here, which allows you to easily morph between different sound sources. It features very solid retro sounds, so let's play a voice choir patch from this synth. So that would be it for today. To get today's plugins, make sure to click the description link, which will take you to our blog with download links. And if you're looking for even more plugins, check out our other plugins videos. I will put the links in the description if you'd like to see more. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Consider checking out our Music Production Academy. We've got courses for both beginners and more advanced producers. Subscribe and hit the notification bell. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and write us a comment, and I will see you in the next ones.